Kilo 2, Lima, Charlie.
Kilo 2, Lima, Charlie. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Good afternoon, Jim. It's Linwood. We chatted this morning. Lima, India, Whiskey, Oscar, Delta. Linwood, Kilo 2, Lima, Charlie. Just thought I would check in this afternoon, Jim.
Roger. Now, where were you? What's your location?
I'm in Lynchburg, Virginia. The central portion of Virginia. You were trying your flight this morning.
Roger, I was just receiving you on the Atlanta SDR. Let me do a little number here and see if I can go to Virginia. I have one. I'm not real sure. Well, I've got, let's see here. Find out exactly. There it was. We'll see how close you are to this SDR. Waiting for it to come up. Yeah. Usually they come up fairly quickly, but this one is not coming up for some reason. It's circling around like it's going to come up, but nothing going on there. Let me try one more time. See what's going on here. I knew it would be like this. I should have three computers, so I can have one or two. Well, I've got one here now. Come back and let me hear you, sir.
Sure. Okay, Jim. Kilo 2, Lima, Charlie. This is Linwood, India, November, Whiskey, Oscar, Delta. Linwood. I'm in Lynchburg, Virginia. Is an ICOM 7410. By the way, it's a gentleman in Atlanta, Peachtree City, is still listening. You had a great signal up here at 100 watts. You were slightly over 5x9. I guess I'm one of the few people left in the ICOM world that's running something other than a 7300. This is right now I'm barefoot into an 80-meter Wyndham antenna. It runs diagonally across my house in an east-west direction. KC9VKV, K2LLC.
Roger. Well, sounds beautiful. I'm copying you on the Milford, Pennsylvania SDR. Sounds good. Now, I guess the Virginia one is just too close. I was thinking about that sometimes, when you get really close, like within 50 miles, then things don't happen because you're actually too close for the skywave to actually be of benefit, and so let me see now. I do well everywhere. I don't know what it is, but come back and let me hear you, see if I can hear you better on this one.
This one. K2LLC. The thing I forgot to mention on this particular is I am using a Shure SM58 microphone instead of the stock microphone. So at this point, that's pretty much the only different thing than would be with this radio normally. And so hopefully this is enough of a signal to give you an idea, and I look forward to, in a couple of days, tuning you in and seeing what I sound like up there, Jim. KC9VKV, K2LLC.
Roger. Well, that 58's a dynamic, so you might want to add just a little bit more top end than you would for, say, the condenser microphone, because the dynamic just needs maybe, in my estimation, just a little assistance on the top end. Roger.
Okay, here's just a little bit more assistance on the top end, Jim. Hopefully that it went. There's not a ton of controls on the 7410, but I did take the trouble from a +2 to a +3.
Roger, sounds good, man. Sounds good. I'm launching a campaign trying to bring HF audio towards resembling UHF, VHF. Them guys boy, they have short-range communications, and they always sound like $1 million. And part of that reason is that a lot of those microphones on UHF and VHF today are electret condenser mics, and even electret condenser mics, in my estimation, tend to outperform a dynamic microphone element on the upper frequency ranges. On the top end, the articulation is a lot higher on condenser mics than on dynamic. Roger?
Roger. Oh yeah, I agree with you. I have a friend of mine who actually was at Shure years ago when they were working on this microphone, and every once in a while he tells me to make an adjustment. So I made an adjustment, and I noticed he told me to set my bass on this microphone at a -2 and the treble at a +3, and somehow I had inadvertently got my treble back to a +2. So now I have it reset back to where he told me. So hopefully this will. I like the microphone. I think it has great sound. So, and it seems to be working pretty well. Jim, go ahead.
Roger, I just went over to local, and you are sounding really nice on local. The thing about SDRs is that, for whatever reason, I don't know, but they don't seem to be quite as broadband as I know they are, but they don't sound that way. And sometimes I've found SDRs to be 0.03, 0.06 off frequency. I don't know how that happens, but I'm sure we'll gain more knowledge about maybe the shortcomings of SDR receivers. Anyway, let me say threes, and I appreciate the shout, Roger.
Roger, Jim, thanks so much. By the way, your signal was anything from 20 over to solid S9. So thanks for taking my call this afternoon, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon with everyone checking in. KC9VKV, this is Kilo 2 Lima Charlie. 73 Blue Skies, Jim.
Roger, sir. Threes that away. Have a good afternoon and a good evening. This is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, and this is the afternoon Qso-Vlog program. If you've got a radio, you want to check the audio, give me a call. We are recording. This is KC9VKV.